Why is my software team moving so slow? That's what we're going to talk about here on Programming with Palermo.
You are programming with Palermo. You deliver software. You need to move fast, deliver quality, and run your software with confidence. Stay tuned for timeless solutions, simple methods, and topics that will propel you forward. And now your host, lifelong programmer, author, teacher, coach, Christian, and charismatic speaker, Jeffrey Palermo.
Welcome back to Programming with Palermo. I'm your host, Jeffrey Palermo, and today we're going to talk about what so many software leaders and architects struggle with, and that is, why is my team moving so slow? Why can't I get my team to deliver software faster, changes faster? Why are they working hard? Why are some of them working late into the evening? Why are they working on weekends? And yet overall, the pace of our delivery is just slow. Why is the project going way over schedule? And I can't understand why there's so much work. They're working so hard, but overall, we're just not making the progress that we should. That's what we're going to dissect here. Let's get into it. I want to talk about a situation that is pretty common in the industry. Most software teams that we see are not moving at the pace that their companies would like. One of the ClearMeasure Way tools is a self-assessment, and it's easy to find on the ClearMeasure website. And one of the subjective questions that's included with this is, are you happy with the pace of delivery of your software team? And most respondents are not able to answer yes. And we're going to talk about that. Many businesses have decided to have internal software development teams. And for companies that are tech companies, they have to. For others, it's a judgment call. And over the last 25 years, a lot of non-technical companies have outsourced the creation of software to other companies. They've lost a lot of money. They didn't get what they thought they were going to get, and they've shifted to operating software engineering teams in-house. And they still consider custom software to be strategic for them, but they want more control by hiring their own employees. But they're then frustrated that they don't actually have more control. They might have more visibility, but they're frustrated that having the in-house team doesn't actually increase the pace of delivery or solve all the other problems. So the goal of this video is to go over the common categories of time suck, that's a technical word, time suck, that saps the capacity of software teams everywhere. And my hope is that once you understand where all your team's time is going, then you can make decisions to change that and redirect the effort to just the progress that you want. So there's 5 categories of work for a software team. There's working on the software, diagnosing or fixing or reworking past work that we thought was done. Number 3, diagnosing or fixing the software as it runs in a production environment. Number 4, administrative non-software work. Number 5, time off.
Programming with Palermo is brought to you by ClearMeasure, a software architecture company that empowers .NET teams to be self-sufficient, moving fast, delivering quality, and running their software with confidence in Azure. If your team has a project that's too important to be delayed or derailed, ClearMeasure can help while keeping your team in the driver's seat and growing in capability. Click on clearmeasure.com for more information. If you are an architect or .NET engineer aspiring to become an architect, check out clearmeasure.com/careers. Now, back to the show.
So let's talk about them one at a time. Working on the new software. This is where we want to maximize the effort. We want all of our team to be working on new software. This is where we build new features, we make important changes, we enhance features so that they work even better. This is all of our internal and external customers' requests. This is what they ask for. They think our team spends all of its time in this category anyway, but in reality, some teams struggle to get time to work in this category at all. This category also includes everything in the software development lifecycle. Talking about the vision for a new feature is part of this category. Also, doing architectural prototypes for options for new changes is in this category. Doing routine maintenance on our software It's also in this category. Yes, renewing a security certificate. That's in this category. It's expected work. It's important work. And it's work that we can see and work that we can forecast. This is normal work. This is the type of work that software engineers and architects signed up for. This is the career that they planned for. The other categories of work that the team has to do is just kind of getting in the way. It's work that they have to do in order to get back to work in this category. All right, let's go on to the second category of work. The first category of time suck. That's diagnosing or fixing or reworking past work that we thought was done. Bugs, defects, problems. We thought work was done, but it isn't. And now we have to redo that work. And this is the first type of waste work. It's totally waste. This is where we realize that something is broken, something we thought was done isn't actually done. Software that was supposed to work in a certain way doesn't. Something is missing. Or we're surprised that now that thousands of users use our software, our computing performance in some areas is terrible. We didn't count on some of the database tables growing to the size that they've grown to. And we're spending time figuring out why we have a problem. Then, once we've reproduced the problem, we're trying to redesign something in the software so that we fix the problem. And we lament that we didn't catch this problem earlier. Or perhaps we just made a change to somewhere in the software, and then something else in a seemingly unrelated part of the software just broke, and we don't understand how they could possibly be related. Frustrating. Well, the third type of work is diagnosing or fixing the software as it runs in a production environment. Production issues. All about production issues. No feature bugs or build breaks or bug reports from UAT testing. This category is for all the time spent investigating an issue in production. Or maybe a user submits a trouble ticket, or a piece of our software system goes down and has to be restarted, or a user has a question that was escalated to second level support. Not only do we need to spend time to figure out if it's just user education that accidentally made it elevate to the software team's queue, we have to spend time to learn about the part of the issue that may be a genuine defect. Part of this category also is working to properly equip our own company's customer support team with maybe a better knowledge base so that they can handle more basic customer issues. Not all of them should be coming to the software team. And part of this also is alerts that the production environment is sending to the ticket queue. Also, part of this is when executives or salesmen call for special support because they want to do a customer or investor demo and they need maybe some extra data pushed into production or a test environment so that they can do the demo. And in general, this is the category for any time spent because the software is actually in production being used by real people. Then the fourth category is administrative non-software work. The administrative category is really a problem that's the easiest to describe because every department has it. There's company picnics, staff meetings, department all hands, potlucks, generalized training, checking email, installing software, rebooting computers because a bunch of updates forcibly installed themselves, and more. It's time spent at work, but not really related to the software team's work while at work. All right, and then the last category is time off, personal time. And time off will always be there. It really isn't a category for optimization. We just need to recognize that it exists and should be part of our forecasts, especially around Christmas and other seasons that generally affect the working capacity of the team. All right, those are the 5 categories. So the Clear Measure way encourages us to sequence the establishment of quality first, then the achievement of stability in production, and then a focus on increasing the speed of delivery. We have to play some defense before we can really focus on offense. And once we are focused on speed, if we haven't established the right level of quality, and if we haven't achieved good stability in production, then we're going to be on the losing end of the capacity equation. Our team's capacity will be constantly stolen away from us. It's the bed we make, and it's the bed we have to sleep in. The good news is that it's our bed. There's straightforward, well-known practices for establishing quality. There's known practices for achieving stability, and we just have to put them in place. I know that's a lot, but if your team hasn't been delivering at the pace that you want, and if you've struggled to describe why, start measuring these 5 categories and you'll find what's stealing your capacity. And once you know where you are, you can build your travel plan for going to where you want to be. And then you can build a team that really moves even faster than your business can keep up with. Why? Because you've established quality, you've achieved good stability in production, and now you're increasing the speed of your team. And all of the team's good work and all of the team's capacity is going to actually delivering new features and valuable changes to the software. So you can do it. You have what it takes. It's a big job. I believe in you. Now go do it. God bless.
You've been watching Programming with Palermo, your primary place for highly productive programming protocols and practices. Remember, you have what it takes. You can do this. You are a programmer, formed by God Himself and called to this profession for a purpose. You can catch every episode at Palermo.network as well as syndicated locations nationwide. We're so glad you tuned in. Until next time, may God bless you, and thanks for Programming with Palermo. Programming with Palermo has made a special arrangement with Marketplace Chaplains. Besides programming challenges, we all face issues in life where we need some help. If you'd like, you can call a chaplain confidentially. To speak with a gentleman, dial 512-923-8178. Or to speak with a lady, dial 512-619-6950. The show won't know you called, and everything is kept in strict secrecy. This is a free service, available if you or a friend need it.